Hello, I'm Marta.
And I am Octavio.
From our Golf and Beach expedition of summer 21, today we want to share with you one round of golf at one of the amazing golf courses in Mexico, Riviera Maya. Located near the well-recognized Mayan archaeological site and happening tourist town of Tulum, as well as the beautiful beaches and lagoon of Acuman. Set among the lush Yucatan Peninsula's jungle with striking lakes and cenotes, routed among partially developed upscale housing subdivisions that, while sometimes visible, the houses and condominiums do not yet encroach too much in the course.
Acknowledged among the best golf resorts and courses in Mexico and the Americas, a very attractive Robert Trent Jones II designed golf course in nearly top conditions that has what it takes to almost measure up to the most famous nearby neighbor of the PGA's Tour host, El Camaleón at Mayacopa. So much so that not long after we played there, the PGA Tour Latin-America played their 2021 season ending at this course, granting a status to their top players to the PGA second tier tour, the Corn Ferry.
A golf course with identity issues, as it has gone through various name changes, and it can be found referred as any one of them, with its current name being, without a doubt, the one with the most prestige, linked with the Professional Golfers Association of America.
A round of golf, but quite surprisingly, we did not cross paths with any golfers for 17 holes, as it was our very own exclusive golf course set in the middle of the jungle, just as we deserve.
We hope you like the PGA Riviera Maya golf course as much as we did, and if you do, that you have a chance to play it, as well as some of the many other great courses in the Cancun Riviera Maya corridor, and you have your own
Golf and Beach expedition. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel
and to like this and other videos.
Located 60 miles, about an hour or 45 minutes south of the Cancun International Airport, 70 miles south of the center of the Cancun's hotel zone, and 26 miles 15 minutes south of Del Carmen, the center of the Riviera Maya corridor. It took us over an hour and a half from our Riviera Maya hotel as we were stuck in a traffic jam due to construction.
With an impressive entrance into the development's main avenue, driving by the gated access of some of the subdivisions, we arrive at the lovely and elegant clubhouse and pro shop, delightfully built and decorated, however showing signs of lack of maintenance, which was a first clue on what could be a worrisome situation, together with the fact that everything was empty.
The golf complex has the par 72, 7,272 yards championship course, rated
75.
with a 137 slope from the tips and a 9 holes executive course. It advertises a fantastic range and practice area, which we did not have the chance to use it, as we were told by the starter that it was being used for a private event. That's not good for any golf course.
And were sent out by ourselves to the first tee on what loomed to be a very hot afternoon of June, even for us Floridians, meaning for me.
Of the first tees, as a first-timer, I prudently decided to give it a try from the 6,000 yards wide tees, rated 68.7 with a slope of 121.
The par 4 hole number 3, tied of the tee and protected by bunkers for the second shot. A very cool par 5, set all along between a lake and canal and a slip of jungle with houses visible behind them and a very nice looking apartment complex on the right that seems to be based on higher ground. If one didn't try to go for the green on a very difficult shot over the water, then the approach shot is over the water onto the green. Got me a great par on this hole.
Estás desatado.
A short par 3 to a green surrounded by jungle. The hole 6, par 4, being the handicap number 1, is a very memorable hole with a very special feature that really establishes that we are in the Yucatan Peninsula. A very unique water hazard all around the left side of the green, a cenote, a sinking hole, very typical of the Yucatan Peninsula. And also a very memorable ending to this hole, the most difficult in the course. A memorable hole that justifies coming back over and over to this great golf course. The hole 7, par 4, is another hole with a notable feature: a divided fairway on the approach to the green.
Exacto, así es como te digo.
Right on the middle of the fairway, a piece of stone carved out of the ground, just coming out to complicate the approach shot. The par 5A hole with elevations. Up from the tee shot, down from the second, and onto elevated green. And this on the flat land of the peninsula of Yucatan. Here we can see the land going down for the landing of the second shot. With a beautiful view from the green on top of a hill. The closing hole on the front 9, a dog leg left with a green protected by a large bunker on the right side and a small one on the left, complicating everything out of the tee for a less than ideal finishing result on my front nine. For a 43 on the front for my first time playing this course, I'll take it any day. Quick break on the clubhouse and right on to the diamond green on what was already a very hot afternoon. The 10 bordering the 18 and sharing a lake for a second shot either over the lake or around it. My tee shot was short and my second was awfully into the water. The approach wasn't too bad. Nice hole, but I came out with nothing to show for it. Short par 4-11 was a very interesting hole right off the tee. At 264 from the whites, drivable on a good day. However, as I didn't know the layout, I have my doubts what was the best direction of the tee. Left over the water and over the bunker, or safe to the right. Of course, I went right. The outcome wasn't too bad. I had a short approach onto the green. But I think the option on the left with a driver could be a straight shot on the green. I was very happy with my shots on this hole. I'll take a par any day. A par 4 with bunkers at both sides of the landing area with a fairway that slims down on the approach. Top leg right par 4 with a large bunker on the landing left, a small one on the right side, and again slimming down onto a well-protected green, well-positioned tee shot, and looks like a good approach. The hole 14, a par 5 with a very special design and a very nice feature, slimming very tight into the approach with the fairway and the green that are set in a hollow carved out of the stone. The greens surrounded by the stones and some houses. And the approach shot, sometimes if it has to go over the stones, also has to go over houses. That was a good tee shot, and Marta gave it a try.
Strike uno.
Practice makes perfect.
Tremendo tiro. Un filón rodando en medio del fairway. Va a quedar más o menos cerca del mío. ¡Wow! ¡Qué golfista tan sexy! Lo más sexy de la Senior Tour.
Even though I placed my tee shot on a very well position, I really made a mess of all my next shots. I really cannot explain this score on this hole, but watch out, Amanda Ballones.
PGA Bahía Príncipe, en la Riviera Maya de Cancún, jugando el hoyo 14.
¿Qué par es este hoyo?
5.
¿Y cómo nos fue?
No sé. viendo, atravesando el campo a todo lo que da. Nos gustó el campito, pero le hace falta un poco de mantenimiento. Sí.
Par 3, largo, sobre agua. Entonces aquí de las azules a 2:30. The most beautiful and signature hole in the golf course. Built right on a lake, formed out of the excavations of the stone quarry. A serene and lovely setting. And with the weather as hot as it was, that lake really looked tempting. A long, interesting, and complicated par 5 handicap 2, set right next to the highway with water from tee to green and jungle on the right side. Fairly wide landing area for the first shot, and then becoming very slim and blind for the second and the approach shot. I was lucky to place my approach shot right next to the green on a very tight slip of fairway without going into the water. With the heat and humidity of the 5 o'clock afternoon, we were tired and very, very hot. Marta was about to quit or kill me. And they walk, and their caddies carry the bags for 18 holes. So I was very happy on weathering the heat and coming out with this result. Among the last holes, we had a quick glance at a very weird-looking creature like this one that we had never seen or heard about before. The closing 18th hole, par 4, although nice looking, with the lake, the fairway and the bunker that it shares with the 10, is really a boring one. It doesn't measure up to the rest of the golf course design, and I would say it was a disappointment, just like my slice of the tee. What is interesting about it is that even though it's wide on the first part, then it slims down in between the jungle for the second shot. At this point, Marta was hiding on the shadow of the trees, and she definitely refused my proposal to play this hole or some other holes again, as we have the golf course almost all to ourselves, just as we did for the last 18 holes.
Bueno, te agradece. Muchas gracias por la excelente compañía. Ha sido un gusto estar con usted.
All in all, a beautiful golf course. And the outcome, I was very happy with an 80 for the first time playing here.
In urgent need of air conditioning, cold drinks, and food, we decided to try the nicely appointed small bar and restaurant in the clubhouse.
Which, if not by a couple that seemed to be staff, was totally empty. Yet somehow, a simple order of a hamburger and a pepito sandwich took over 45 minutes. We called our server a couple of times to rush the order and even considered to leave, but we knew that it would take us a while to get out of the complex, find a restaurant and look for somewhere else to eat.
Finally, the food came, surprisingly brought from outside the building, from the ground floor. probably the basement, or who knows. Maybe for COVID and the year-long closing, or because the location farther from the most popular places in the Riviera.
Or because it isn't fully developed and sold.
But this service situation, our very lonely round,
the many name changes, plus the evident lack of maintenance,
made us worry that this great golf course can be in danger of going down.
We hope that because of the PGA Latin-American Tournament, the Tren Maya Railroad being built that will connect Cancun, the airport, Playa del Carmen, and the nearby town of Tulum, and maybe with a little help from this video and our channel, more golfers will have the chance to discover and enjoy this well worth the drive trip and golf course. Even more so with the talk about new international airport planned for Tulum, which will put the place at easier reach. For the sake of time, we're only going to quickly show you our ratings for holes memorability, for the golf course, and the facilities and operations. If you would like more details about this, let us know in the comments and we can put together and post a side video with more details. The most memorable holes: number 6 with the cenote water hazard, 14 with the canyon carved out of the stone, and especially the long par 3 number 15 over the lake in the stone quarry. We have established several categories for course rating, some specific to the golf course, some other to the facilities and the experience. From this, the most important one is enjoyability. How much fun did we have? PGA Riviera Maya was a 4 from us. Then an overall golf and beach expedition rating, and we're giving it 3.5 stars. Not so much for the golf course, but for the experiences outside of it.
Meanwhile, we hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it, follow our channel, and click the bell to receive notifications when we post new videos.
Have a great one and keep it on the fairway.